Hello everyone, welcome back to our course. In the previous section, we have talked about 4 different types of acculturation. In this section, we are going to discuss culture shock, which is a great concern to everyone who is and will be experiencing another culture. What happens to us when we first go into a new culture setting? Actually, learning to live in a new and different environment is usually both exciting and stressful. When we enter a new culture, our first reaction is excitement. Gradually, however, this excitement wears off. We may not find big differences in this new culture. People wake up in the morning, drive their cars to work, pick up the kids from school, sit down and eat dinner, watch some TV, and then go to bed. But it's the little things. They drive different cars, eat different food, and watch different sports. At this time, we realize that we are confronted with a different cultural environment. It is a combination of unfamiliar stimuli and a loss of familiar signs, signals, practices, and the customs of social intercourse. These differences between our home culture and the new culture then result in a variety of emotions, including loneliness, feeling of not fitting in, anxiety, depression, and stress. The term culture shock is used to describe the feelings of individuals when they encounter different social norms, values, beliefs, and ways of doing. It is virtually a communication problem. It involves the depressed feelings accompanying a lack of understanding of the verbal and the nonverbal communication of the host culture, its customs, as well as its value systems. It happens when we have to deal with a huge number of new things which are difficult to understand and interpret because the cultural context has changed. Things taken for granted at home need to be constantly monitored in the new culture in order to assure some degree of understanding. For example, in the movie Treatment, there are a huge number of conflicts among characters. The feelings of not fitting in of the grandpa when he arrived in the United States, the anxiety of Xu Datong when his boss and friend refused to help him in the court, and the confusion of Americans to traditional Chinese treatment guasha. All these reflect the culture shock due to the differences between Chinese culture and American culture. We are unlikely to experience culture shock suddenly from a single event. It is more likely that we will feel it gradually, from our day in and day out experience. It occurs in the social encounters, social situations, social episodes, or social transactions between sojourners and host nationals. It is the reaction of sojourners to problems encountered in the dealing with the host members. In other words, we experience culture shock when we are away from many familiar culture cues and patterns. When we live or work in an ambiguous environment for an extended period of time. When our values and beliefs are questioned in a new environment. And when we are continually expected to perform with appropriate skills and speed before we are able to understand clearly the rules of performance. Have you ever experienced such symptoms as loneliness, depression, or anxiety when you come into a new environment? Share your story in the discussion board with other students and have a discussion about why you had certain feelings or responses.